Alright, here we go. The Honjo incident. This will be a long one. During the Edo period, a chain of events that occurred around a certain resurrection spell became the basis for the 7 mysteries of Honjo. Now we have the full story. This is a story that takes place in the late Edo period. There was once a family that lived in a row house in Honjo. The family consisted of a Netsuki craftsman named Jinkichi, his wife Koma, and their daughter Toki. They enjoyed a poor but happy existence. One day they took in a man by the name of who claimed to be a shomoji. He was on the run, having barely escaped with his life from something or another, and wound up in Honjo. The tough circumstances had left him sick and destitute. Jinkichi felt sorry for the man and decided to shelter him. Then this was the one man in the ever-burning lantern, I think? Or do I switch the names in my head around just now? No, the beckoning light, this is what I meant, yeah. Memories of the young couple and the daughter. Yeah. Shelter him. The stranger was deeply grateful for the kindness and care of Jinkichi's family, as without it he would have surely died, and told them thusly on the day of his departure, "I want to give you my thanks, but unfortunately I have nothing of value." He paused and asked, "Is there anyone you want to bring back to life?" It turned out that the man's true name was Tsuchimikado Seiman. So this pretty much confirms that the curse echo was... Seiman's curse echo was why I'm so bad at remembering. The beckoning light, my god. Yeah. It turned out that the man's true name was Tsuchimikado Seiman, a descendant of renowned Onmyoji, and he had been researching the fabled Rite of Resurrection. For his crime in unearthing this forbidden rite, he was chased out by his family, but he wrote down everything about the spell in a book he named The Record of Fates while on the run. Whoever sought to perform the rite would need to kill people and gather their soul dregs. Seiman had only researched the rite out of the spiritual inquiry, but thought himself willing to use the rite if it was for the sake of Jinkichi's family. However, Jinkichi shook his head. "Sacrificing someone is unthinkable. We didn't help you because we wanted something in return, so you owe us nothing," he said, declining the unbelievable offer. Seiman bowed his head in gratitude countless times at those words and left their house. In the same area there lived an ukiyo-e artist known as Old Man Kanzo. His art didn't sell much, but he often looked after Toki, granddaughter, while Jinkichi and Koma were out working. Young Toki heard Seiman's talk about the Rite of Resurrection, but being too young to comprehend it, regaled it to Old Man Kanzo as a story of fiction. She told him about the Rite of Resurrection. Okay. Old Man Kanzo, inspired by the story and filled with renewed vigor, put his heart and soul into his next painting. The piece, centered around the theme of resurrection, became an instant hit in town. Jinkichi, being a shrewd businessman, saw an opportunity and jumped on the bandwagon by carving Netsuke connected to Old Man Kanzo's ukiyo-e. He made up stories about his Netsuke, telling the people that their blessings were connected to resurrection, and his business rapidly flourished. So he was greedy. "That man unknowingly left us a wonderful gift," thought Jinkichi and his family, but they were unaware of the tragedy that would soon unfold. Before long, word of Old Man Kanzo's wonderful ukiyo-e reached the ears of the local daimyo, and he was summoned to the lord's residence. But what awaited him was not praise, but cruel torture at the hands of Ashino, a female Onmyoji who was in pursuit of Seiman. This is new. It was her who pressured Seiman into researching the Rite of Resurrection. which she secretly planned to use to preserve her beauty for all eternity. Ashino took advantage of the fact that the daimyo's heart was weak and frail following the loss of his family and manipulated him into capturing Old Man Kanzo, the source of the recent rumors about resurrection. "Tell me where you heard of the rite of resurrection," Ashino demanded as the brutal beatings continued. It was said that the eerie sound of the beatings rang out like the beating of a taiko drum night after night, reaching even the watchtower of the Tsugaru residence. Yeah, so even Simon learned all of this from Ashino. So it seems the real evil is Ashino, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's... I guess we knew that already, but... In the end, Ashino's cruel torture secured her the information on Jinkichi's family and the existence of the Record of Fates. The daimyo sent his chief retainer to bring in Jinkichi, and the torture resumed afresh with the new captive. This time she intended to obtain the whereabouts of Seiman and the location of the Record of Fates. Jinkichi didn't know where Seiman went, but even if he did, he had no intention of telling and stubbornly kept his mouth shut. The torture was pushed too far, and Jinkichi was unintentionally killed before he spoke a word. The daimyo had Jinkichi's corpse hang from a beech tree and declared that, unable to bear the guilt of the crime of deceiving the masses with false rumors of resurrection, Jinkichi had committed suicide. Which was wrong. This too was all part of Ashino's plan to send a message to the common folk, especially the increasing number of those who sought out the right for themselves, because she wanted it only for herself. News of what happened to Jinkichi spread, and people lost interest in the rite, wondering if the stories of resurrection were all but a lie. But rumors that the daimyo's word was perhaps not all that truthful spread quickly when a dancer claimed to have witnessed the chief retainer's cold-blooded handiwork firsthand, and Honjo fell into unrest once more. The chief retainer arrested the girl and proposed a deal to put a stop to the rumors. The girl was to say she just wanted attention and reject her story by saying it was entirely made up. In exchange, she would be given a most wondrous stage to perform on, but when the day came, she was suffocated by the mask prepared for the performance. Unbeknownst to her, the mask had been covered in glue as part of the plan to kill and silence her. Koma never believed for a moment that her husband Jinkichi had committed suicide. She was certain someone was behind his death and asked around persistently for the names, addresses, and any other information she could find on people with connections to the daimyo. The chief retainer would not allow things to escalate any further and had Tomizo, a ronin, who once served as a spy, go after her. However, she turned the table on him, shouting it was you who killed my husband, wasn't it? Confronted with the accusation, Tomizo flew into a blind rage and cut Koma down in broad daylight. Ordered to take responsibility for his failure by committing seppuku, he exposed the daimyo's plot as he disemboweled himself by the lantern of the soba cart used to give coded signals. With both her parents gone through means unbeknownst to her, Toki found herself to be all alone. One day, late at night, she went searching for her parents and met her doom, falling into a canal where she drowned. Meanwhile, the chief retainer had made no headway whatsoever in finding Seiman's whereabouts, and an incensed Ashino decided to set fire to his residence, burning him alive. So this is the Clappers. In truth, all those connected to these events thus far were cursed by Ashino so that their souls would turn into soul dregs upon death, which she had been collecting. All she needed to perform the rite now was to get her hands on the Record of Fates. Sensing that there was something serious at work behind the recent string of strange events in Honjo, Seiman returned to find he was too late. He broke down in tears when he learned of the unfortunate and unnatural deaths Jinkichi's family had met. Seiman realized it was the handiwork of Ashino when he found their soul dregs had been collected, and decided he had to prevent any further sacrifices from happening by confronting her on Honji Bridge. What ensued was a fierce battle of spells that endured till the break of dawn. though those who did not know any better only saw what they believed to be eerie flashes and supernatural orbs of light. At the end of the long battle, Ashino defeated Seiman and obtained the Record of Fates, but he had placed a curse upon her foot. Ashino dragged her foot, corrupted and horribly inflamed, and sought refuge at the nearby residence of a retainer and angrily demanded they wash her foot. Ashino died then and there, filled with agony and a foot cursed and rotten. Seiman too, having sustained serious wounds during the fight, died that day on Honjo Bridge, still filled with regret. However, Seiman came back to life. Knowing that there would be enough soul dregs in place during the confrontation, he had prepared a spell that would activate the Rite of Resurrection upon his passing. Feeling that his curiosity was responsible for the terrible tragedy that had unfolded, he was left with a keen understanding of why the Rite of Resurrection was forbidden and became determined to seal it away. Indeed, the reason he would resurrected himself was for that very purpose. Okay. So he revived himself. However, he did not know what had become of the Record of Fates. With nothing to seal away, he instead used the remaining soul dregs to turn 9 of the Netsuke made by Jinkichi, so he made them, the curse stones, into ritual implements to be sealed away in Honjo. He placed the spell so that should someone try to activate the Rite of Resurrection again, all 9 pieces will awaken at once. And to pass the whole truth of these events to future generations, he wrote everything down in the Record of Fates Yin scroll and passed it down to his descendants. Meanwhile, the townspeople kept silent about the incidents out of fear of being cursed. However, these occurrences were so strange that gossip about it couldn't truly be contained. Over time, the details became more and more vague as the stories grew into legends, and that is how they came to be called 7 Mysteries of Honjo. That's nice. It's nice. I see. What does it say? First is a detailed account of the tragedy surrounding the Rite of Resurrection that occurred in Honjo back in the Edo period. The whole story of what we call the Honjo incident is laid out clearly. That incident was the origin of the 7 Mysteries of Honjo and the curses, right? Yes. The resentment of the victims of the incident turned into curses, which are the curse echoes. The contents are organized like an answer sheet, so it doesn't just give us the information we need. Is there anything else? Yes, here's what we've been looking for. I bequeath this scroll to future generations we use in the event that calamity should arise from this grievous incident, it says. Wow, he foresaw all of this happening, and it continues. Those who seek to forestall disaster must gather these 3 items in one place to cast my rite of cleansing and expel all rituals and curses in full. My soul, that is my curse echo. My body, that is a living continuation of my bloodline. My mind, that is my own consciousness. Wow. So, if we gather these 3 things in one place, Seiman's Rite of Cleansing will activate and completely negate the curses in the Rite of Resurrection. Oh, that's it! That's exactly what we need! The 3 things are Seiman's soul, body and mind. It says the soul is Seiman's curse echo. His curse echo, so Seiman himself is part of the 7 mysteries? Now that you mention it, Miss Araishi said something along those lines before. There's another hint written here. My curse echo holds my curse. My curse brings ruin to curse bearers. The ever-burning lantern. The ever-burning light? The beckoning light! Why don't I remember this? Oh my god. What kind of hint is that? Maybe it will make more sense as we keep looking. But will the curse echo still appear if the curse bearer is already gone? Next, the body is a descendant of Seiman's, it seems. Wasn't Yoshimi a relative of Seiman? He and Michiyo Shirishi, who had the other talisman. Both of them had already passed by the time the iteration of the curses was unleashed. Damn, that's true. What are we gonna do? This bloodline was so split up. There have to be others. Oh, there's another note here too. Where? Is it another hint? As for the body, seek not only one who bears my blood, but one with a strong spirit sense. Such an individual will be able, if a spirit attempts to possess them, to instead take control of that spirit themselves. If a spirit attempts to possess them, to instead take control of that spirit. Okay. So it says. Do we know of anyone like that? I cannot think of anyone. Let's move on for now. Next is the mind. What's the difference between the mind and the soul? In paranormal theory, it's said that humans are made up of soul, body, and mind. The mind is essentially thought to be the part of the spirit that makes up one's consciousness or oneself. It's like driving. The body is the car, the soul is the control system, and the mind is the driver. I see. I think that makes sense. So, is there a hint for finding this one too? Well, let's see. There's this. Should the rite of resurrection be activated elsewhere, so too shall my mind be awakened there. Seimon tried to seal away the rite of resurrection, but before he could, Ashino stole the record of fates. So as a countermeasure to the rite being activated, he made it so that his mind would be released from the seal. Okay, but what does that actually mean? What it means is, Seimon's mind awoke the night the rite was activated and must be possessing someone out there right now. What? So we have to get that person together with everything else. Alright, so we have to find the Cursec with the descendant and the person possessed by Seimon. Then we just get them together in one place and we'll be good to go. Right, but there's one thing. The second and third ones could both be the same person. Oh, but who could that be? If it's like how Michiu lost her memories when she was possessing Yako, Seimon's consciousness might not be aware of who it really is. So if he learned the truth, would he start to act of his own accord? Oh, then that person could already be... Oh, hold on a second, someone's coming this way. I think I figured it out. Like the last puzzle with the 3 items. But to be fair, I also remember something from my past playthrough. This is one of the few things I remember, and this is mind-blowing. Yeah. Sorry, I don't say anything more to that. The music stopped. Huh? Excuse me, could I interrupt for just a moment? Yako? The Whispering Canal. Is it? Who might you be? Would you buy this empty can of juice I just finished drinking for 10,000 yen? Wait, what? What? Huh? I would even throw in these bones from some fried chicken. You can't beat a deal like this. I don't really want them. Don't say that. Come on, they're delicious. Actually, I thought I might just have a picnic right here. Won't you join me? She's trying to make them go away because this would trigger the curse of the Whispering Canal, right? Sorry, I don't understand. What should we do? It's not like we need this exact spot and we can't do anything with other people around. Let's just move somewhere else. No, Ario, no, no, Mew! Sorry, we're in the middle of something, so we'll just be on our way. No, I knew it! It hurts! This is a curse. This piece of rotten garbage. What the heck? Yeah. And so the circle closes. From beginning to end to the beginning. Well done, game. Well done. Nice. Well, I hope you had fun watching Paranormasight. I think this is the real ending. So, yeah. This was fun. I had a lot of fun, and I wish I could play something like this again. And maybe. Oh. You have my heartfelt thanks for all your hard work thus far. This brings the story of the 7 mysteries of Honjo to a close. With everyone dying. Okay, nice. And who could have foreseen such a conclusion? Unfortunately, it seemed the so-called mastermind was one step ahead of you. She remains hidden, leaving behind no evidence. Perhaps there's truly no way to stop her. However, should you find that this conclusion is not to your liking, by all means, please pursue a different path. You have done it once before, so I'm sure you already know how. Play the entire game again! With that, I shall be taking my leave. I have been your humble storyteller. Oyasumi Nasai. Good night. Ending 5. Conclusion. Thanks to Tsutsumi's sacrifice, Ariel Mio succeeded in apprehending Ayame and uncovering the secrets of the Record of Fate's scroll. However, the final curse-bearer, Yoko Fukunaga, appears just then. She steals the curse stones, using them to bring tragedy down upon the city. This is yeah. And they're still number 23. This is I don't like this. Did I miss something? Well, all of these stories kind of ended in a bad way. So we have to revisit a story to pursue a different way, to make a different timeline. And it all comes down to this scene once more, I think. Right? Maybe now that we as players know more about it and have collected all 20 Mockingbird stickers, maybe this is also important. I don't know. Maybe we have different dialogue options here. So, yeah. The scene is so scary though. I know. Because, yeah, we know that she was the mastermind. She's the really evil thing. Not Ayame Tono, but her actually. She was hidden the entire time. There also was one time when she went there and did something. Maybe this was the time when she initiated the Feats of Shadows. She tried to kill us, But somehow the beckoning light was here, and this actually protected us because this directed her curse to herself. This is how she died. Like this was my theory anyway. I don't know how the light appeared here, but this is one thing to cleanse everything, like from the 3 items. Shogo Oki is someone with a lot of spirit sense, as was frequently explained. I don't know if he's from the blood of Tsuchimikado Seiman. Like if he's a blood relative, but maybe all of this is kind of leading to this moment. And yeah, I say no more. Okay. Yeah, she's used it. I've gotten most of my memory back, but I still feel a bit out of it. This line hits so differently now. About spirit sense. I've seen ghost photos here. It seems all the same. Same mystery, same. The red reflection. Why are you looking for the right? What's that got to do with the Seven Mysteries? It feels like the air just changed. And my hands suddenly got cold. I don't like this scene. She's tricking us. She's tricking us. I feel ice on my back. I can't move. Is there something behind me? Well, the beckoning light appeared, right? Behind us. Technically. Something's got Yoko really rattled. Maybe if she is a descendant from Ashino or something, could be, or maybe she's even a reincarnation of Ashino, who knows, then she pretty much sees a remaining piece of Seiman, who kind of killed her, so this could explain why she's so rattled. Yoko, are you okay? What's wrong? Stay with me. Okay. She's not conditioned to talk. She's getting a name. Already yelling as hard as I can. Should I look for what's causing this? There's nothing there. This is just causing this, and we already had Huh. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's look around. Nothing there. Oh, this is still so creepy. This is so Yoko's pointing over there, but I don't see anything out of one bush. Oh, I don't get this. What's going on? Did something happen? Yoko? Yeah. Now the curse backfired at her. Because she tried to kill us when we were turning away from her. Still so good. Still so good, eh? This is still not... Maybe we have to play this chapter. Because it was saying that we were searching for our own, right? Maybe? It definitely has to do something with Shogo here. Or maybe not. What? In Shibori Park Part 4? No. Part 1? I don't know. Maybe it has to be the time when she actually activated the curse. Maybe. Or maybe the time when we saw the ever burning, the beckoning light, my god. Maybe when we actually saw the beckoning light, maybe this could be also worth a shot. Girl watching around. Yeah, I think this is the moment when she activates the Feast of Shadows, is my theory. There she is. She's back to digging up holes in the sandbox and searching around the playground. She seems to be enjoying herself, talking to the animal figures and patting them on the heads. No animal needs that much. No animal needs that much patting, except someone from England. Wait, she's coming back this time. Oh, this way. Hey, what was that just now? Huh? Did you hear that? Now that you mention it. I did feel like I heard something. I'm not too sure though. That was creepy. But your special talent, you should have been able to hear and pay close attention for me, okay? My special talent? What are you talking about? I mean, your spirit sense, you look like you can handle your liquor. Huh? I have no idea what drinking has to do with it, but I don't think so. But you must. You can see me, right? Da-dum. It's not this part as well. Maybe it's this far then? I don't know. Jesus. Must be. Oh, now the curse thing's happening right. Yeah. Gott. Ugh. The phone. Resurrector. Huh? That's right. That rise of resurrection she was talking about really does exist. There might be a way to bring her back. Yeah. Right before she died, I felt a strange presence a few times. And it seemed like she saw something that shook her to the bone. The Yoko was actually shook to the bone. There's definitely something strange going on, and maybe it's still here. What could she have seen? She mentioned that the Rite of Resurrection and 7 Mysteries were connected, so maybe whatever it was she saw had something to do with that Whispering Canal. Whoa! Yeah, but that presence again. It must be around here somewhere, but where? There's something here, I know it. I just need to look harder. Harder? Although if some innocent poking around about the 7 Mysteries was enough to get Yoko killed, there's a good chance of the same thing happening to me. Harder. But I already knew that when I decided to get involved in... The cold air still standing. The cold night air feels like it's pressing down on me. Just standing here makes me want to scream, but I've got bigger problems right now. Ah yeah. Of course. Some weird... Yeah. Let's click this. 3, yeah. Toki! Oh Gott. Uh-huh. Now, here is the beckoning light. That's that. It looks like a light floating midair. Maybe we have to let it get closer? Yeah. Then... out. Now it's nearer. Let's come closer. Is this another one of the 7 Mysteries? Looks like a will-o-wisp maybe. Was there anything like that in the 7 Mysteries? Touch it! This must be a new option, right? Huh? Am I supposed to touch it? Oh? Oh? Oh! We found it! The secret route! Cleansing. Yeah. Surely this was only possible by finding all Mockingbird stickers, right? Cleansing, Shogooki. When the body, soul, and mind of Seiman Tsuchimikado have all been brought together, the rite of cleansing is activated, dispelling all rituals and curses that have previously been performed. My. Finally you have arrived at this juncture. I expected no less from you. So the end, the true end, was right at the beginning. I like this. I really like this. That would mean that you have managed to bring everything to light. Though there is the possibility that you have wound up here by chance. Yeah. So before I take you any further, I must ask you a number of questions. About what exactly the soul, body, and mind of Seiman Tsuchimikado are. Firstly, which curse echo represents the soul of Seiman Tsuchimikado? The beckoning light. Yes, that is exactly it. After his defeat at the hands of Ashino in the Honjo incident, Seiman wandered about near Honji. The form of his curse echo changed over time with the legend he left behind. This is the curse echo which was acquired by Mayo Tosawa. But when called forth by Seiman's body and mind, it appeared momentarily before him. Let us continue. I see, yeah, I see, that makes sense. I will explain in a second. Who served as the self of Seiman Tsuchimikado? Who was his body, his descendant, who carried his blood in their veins? Who is Seiman's self? Well, this should be Shogo Okie, without him knowing this. Otherwise, this whole scene doesn't make sense. So, Okie. Yep, correct again. Although Shogo Okie was born to an ordinary family, the blood of a distant relative ran thick in his veins. In truth, the same is true for Yoko Fukunaga. She was also one who had the blood of a distant relative coursing through her. In her case, it was Ashino. Seiman and Ashino, fated to meet again all these hundreds of years later. Now, for my final question. Who is the mind of Seiman Tsuchimikado? Tell me the name of the person whose consciousness was directly tied to his. Do you know the answer? This question I remember from back then. I had a few ideas, but they were all wrong. And I kind of, made some comments about this topic here and there throughout the playthrough, because I'm seeing with a bit of different eyes now. It makes much more sense because of this question. At the very beginning, in episode 1, at the very beginning, before we even played Shogo Okie, when it was just us and the storyteller, he told us, he asked us a question. Who are we? What name do we want to be called? And are we really sure about that name? And this, the very end, is where that name comes into action. This is so good. This is so good. And I knew that we as player were already kind of involved in the game, but now after understanding everything, of course, it's kind of us, but we are actually Seiman. When it was saying when the Rite of Resurrection, wherever it is activated, like wherever the game is being played, basically, where whoever activates the game for a new game file or something, Seiman's mind activates, because the current player slips into the role of Seiman's mind. And because Seiman's mind is so fused with us already, Seiman, or we in this case, didn't even know about this. We didn't even know about our origin. But now we know. This is so brilliant. This is so good. This is so fourth wall break. I love this. Man. And this is why it says but when called forth by Seiman's body and mind, the curse echo, the beckoning light, appeared momentarily before him, because Shogo Okie, the body, was there, and the mind, we as players, or we as Seiman, were already there as well, and this is why the light appeared there at this moment. It's so good. It's so good. Julpsy is the answer. Oh, I see. You believe it to be Julpsy. Are you saying you believe it to be yourself? Are you certain? Yes, you are correct. Finally, you have remembered. That's right, you are Seiman's consciousness, awoken by the curses and the rite of resurrection when we started the game. However, having lost your memories, you forgot about the duty assigned to you. This is, if I may say so, where I played my part, guiding you through the events of the story. As your consciousness was all that was left of you, you manipulated time and space by way of the story chart, jumping from vessel to vessel, and manipulated your host's actions by whispering commands into their ears. In doing so, you were able to get the full picture of what needed to be done. But at one point, while still unconscious, you managed to remember your duty. The so-called mastermind behind these events, the one who awakened the rite and the curses, was Yoko Fukunaga, descendant of Ashino herself. You unconsciously activated your curse and killed her. Yeah. How interesting that she awakened Seiman's consciousness at the same time as the curses. That was the one and only time she could have been stopped. So this is why we got this flashbang, and then we kind of... Yeah. I mean Shogoki with this. He kind of stepped out of his mind a little bit. But due to your influence on Shogoki's will, Yoko Fukunaga was brought back to life. Using the story chart to undo her death, I led you to believe that it was the work of the rite of resurrection itself. But as it turns out, seeing what would transpire if the mastermind was not killed at the outset, is what ultimately revealed the way to put an end to the curses for good. There were certain things which would have answered all your questions had you noticed them. For example, even while under your control, Shogoki willingly used his curse. When I asked you early on how many Shogoki had killed, this is what I meant. Had you not used the curse, Shogoki would have done so of his own accord. Furthermore, Mayo Chosawa was able to recall information which only you knew. She was able to do this because she was connected to you through a curse echo, the beckoning light. Persons of interest updated. Yoko Fukunaga, female housekeeper. After obtaining a junior college degree, Yoko started working as a housekeeper due to her ability to see things others cannot. She has received strange looks from a young age. This ability to spurred an interest in the paranormal which she continues to pursue to this day. Following graduation, Yoko worked a desk job at a trading company but butted heads with her supervisor, who was skeptical of the supernatural, and quit within a year. Now, while working as a housekeeper, she spends her days devouring mystery magazines and visiting haunted spots. And she vowed to live life true to herself and never change for the sake of others. Yoko has no regrets about the path she has taken. Yoko has a dog, a Shiba Inu named Okoboko Pogo, who has been by her side since she was a student. In truth, Yoko is a descendant of Onmyoji who continued to practice in modern times. Her ancestor Ashino attempted to steal the rite of resurrection Honjo during the Edo period. Born with exceptional spirit sense, Yoko learned about her own ancestry while researching her roots and was disappointed to find her bloodline had fallen into mediocrity. She became consumed with the ambition to restore her family's lost glory through her own powers and devised a scheme to succeed where Ashino failed and perform the rite of resurrection. Yoko continued her training, developing her spiritual and curse powers until she discovered the Record of Fates, which offered clues regarding the rite. She plotted to use the curses of the 7 mysteries of Honjo to gather a large number of soul drakes by calling forth curse echoes and setting the stage for mutual slaughter. The ultimate plan involved invoking a large-scale feast of shadows, awakening the curses, performing the rite herself, and bringing together enough soul dregs to revive Ashino. Since the effects of the curses increase the more people know and fear them, she first entrusted the record of fates to local historian Hideki Araishi, who could be used to easily spread the rumors. She also contacted Fumichika Nejima, a criminal with a deep understanding of mystic arts, to obtain the curse stones needed to gather soul dregs. Unsurprisingly, Nejima was very interested in the story of Ashino and readily agreed to aid his revival. While carrying out these steps, Yuko learned of the existence of the Yin Scroll, which threatened to thwart her plans. She added a note about the scroll in the Record of Fates before giving it to Araishi, intending to acquire it before it could pose an issue. Through her investigations, Yuko discovered that Hajime Yoshino was a descendant of Seiman and threatened him with the curse in an effort to scare him into revealing the whereabouts of the Yin Scroll. While Hajime bravely resisted Yuko's threats, she killed him with the curse to ensure Seiman's descendant would not stand in the way. As her preparations were coming together, Yoko obtained the seemingly less dangerous curse stone of the Whispering Canal in order to become a curse bearer. A necessity for gathering the curse stones for the Feast of Shadows. Shogo Okio, also a descendant of Seiman, was eyed as a potential risk factor and contacted to ensure he would be located nearby and subject to monitoring. However, unaware that the spirit of Seiman would be awakened within Shogo as soon as she invoked the curse, Yuko's plan was thwarted when she was immediately cursed to death by Seiman. Yeah. This was the only new one, right? Yeah, okay. Now, allow me to ask you one last question. If you knowing all that you know now, if you knowing all that you now know, had the ability to resurrect one life, what would you do? This is what he asked us at the very beginning as well. Right? I would use it even if I had to sacrifice myself. I would use it even if I had to sacrifice someone. I would use it if it came at no cost. I wouldn't want it, let someone else have it. I wouldn't want it, I would destroy it. And I think this is what we have to press. Oh, I see. That was Seiman's original intention. I apologize for leaving it out of the options when I first asked you this question. Yeah, I was about to say, I kind of don't remember this last option about destroying. Now, it is time to bring things to a close. Upon your arrival here, the rite of cleansing was activated, dispelling all other rituals and curses. Look upon the fruit of your efforts, and then we shall leave this world behind for good. I'm kind of interested in the storyteller though, like who is he? And what is this room? And there exists this head, I don't know, like the in the police force, in the paranormal bureau, right? There is this legendary, shady person who's the boss of everything, but nobody knows how he looks like or if he's even real. I think that might be the storyteller. Maybe. Could be. Perhaps. Thank you truly for all the work you've done. Shogo Oki, 1 a.m. Yeah! That's what happened. I can't believe it. I finally understand. Yeah, I was the one who did that to Yoko. The blood of the Honjo that's inside me broke into my consciousness and gave me that curse. Yoko was after the rite of resurrection. She was the one who awakened the curses of the Seven Mysteries and cast the Feast of Shadows. The only way to stop all of it was to put a stop to her here. Otherwise the rite of cleansing might have been negated too. I wonder how much of it was really her doing all those things. Yoko. I guess that explains why I felt like it was fate when this all started. She didn't seem to notice. I guess things were always destined to end like this from the moment we met. I wish we could have met under different circumstances. No point in thinking like that now. God, I need a drink. I'm thinking a Moscow Mule, or 2, or 3. Haruhi Shigima, 12 AM. Ma'am, what is it? Ah, just a dream. It seems that it was all just a dream. I dreamt that there was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. Just a dream. I'm sorry to say it, but there isn't. Right, of course not. But even if there is no such thing, I promise you that I will get to the bottom of the kidnapping. In fact, I've happened to find a very important lead from over a year ago, something that's awaited our read until now, an eyewitness from the scene of the kidnapping. I see. This was the first scene with Haruhi. No, that's what Tsutsumi. He lives again, he lives. Oh, but she doesn't. Whoa, what the hell is this? The medical unit told me to get down here, but what happened? Yeah, now they are locating her corpse and not Shogougi's corpse. Yeah. As I was looking into Yoshimi's death at the former Yasuo Gardens, another body was discovered at a different park in the area. Could they be related? It sure looks like it, but... Excuse me, we found this among the victim's belongings. Thought you would want to know. What's this? What the hell? Boss, look what was in the female victim's address book. Yoshimi's phone number and photo. What? And the picture. There's an X drawn on it and a bunch of weird symbols and a hole where his heart would be. No. Do you think, could this be some kind of curse or something? How many times do I have to tell you not to try to connect everything to the occult? Damn it. Is this a Nakagoshi case after all? Yeah, I think the storyteller's Nakagoshi. Must be. What was that, boss? Don't worry about it. Make sure you put that photo into evidence. There's no doubt this is related to Yoshimi. Make sure you do a thorough sweep of the area. I'm gonna make a phone call. Got it. Leave it to me. Spend as long as you want on the phone. Yakuza Kazaki. With the spirit board, right? Maybe. Yeah. Mio, it turns out Michio really did die in an accident. Yeah, if we ask around we might be able to get a little more information. I guess there never really was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. But I did feel like there was a spirit watching over us. Damn it, why? Nothing's happening. But now my contract won't be... No, I should never have believed in this blasted record of fates. To all of you watching from far, far away, the rite of resurrection has never existed. Not in any world, not in any time. So I ask you to take the life you hold and move boldly forward one step at a time. Richter, Ivo is out. Do you want to question him? Hang on, Nerio. I want to get enough evidence for a search warrant. Let him go for now, and I will follow him. That's the kidnapper? Yes, I am the one who did it. So please, help me. She's always following me. I'm so sorry, Michio. I had no idea. What? Hashima was killed by this Yoko Fukunaga? How can that be? He wasn't the kind of guy who could just be picked off like that. You know that. Yeah, the boss is hiding something. There seems to be some kind of secret hidden in Hajime's family tree. Let me see if I can find out what it is. I had heard you would be upset today. Is there something you need? Well, I seem to have the spirit sense thing all of a sudden. I know it's the sort of thing our chairwoman doesn't approve of, so I thought I would mention it. You could have called, didn't think you were the standoffish type. I had to find out from Evoy. Oops, sorry, I forgot all about my favorite chief inspector. The hell are you planning? Nothing so heinous as you're thinking. I'm only Makoto Ashimi after all, nothing but the lowly janitor. How are things with you? You getting along with your daughter? Well, you know, more or less. The Sumida River. Man, it's so good. It's so good. I knew the first time when I was playing this came out at a very unexpected time. I never heard from the game. I just saw it randomly on the store page, and I thought, yeah, this looks cool. I will try this out. And I was blasted away by this game, and I was so fascinated that I even wrote a Steam review, I think, which I normally never do, only for the best games. And a few years passed, and I still remember a few things here and there, but I also forgot many kind of things, and I'm very happy that I played it again. And I think I could understand the story even a lot better this time. I think I quite didn't get the whole picture last time, but it feels more complete to me this time. Yeah, and this is nice. This is nice. I'm all getting emotional and sentimental. Yeah. Was a very fun project to do those episodes. Kind of got me into the you know, the things on how to do them. I always wanted to do some episodes but never really tried because I think I was too bad talking it. I don't know, but you have to start somewhere, even if it's bad. Like, my mic is not good. I should use a webcam. Like, these are all things I can improve on. maybe even make a better quality video. I don't know. The definition is not the best as well, but yeah, this was very fun. So thank you for whoever who watched this videos. I played this game way too long. I'm a very slow player. And from here on out, it can only get better. And this is a beautiful thing. The end. This was the country for it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Look at this. Cleansing. When the body, soul, and mind of Seima and Tsuchimikado have all been brought together, the rite of cleansing is activated, dispelling all rituals and curses that have previously been performed. And here we have the true ending, the another conclusion. Ending 6 as Shugookia. There were never any rituals, there were never any curses, there was only the ordinary world. Where will those involved go from here? Look upon the town you have saved, and once you have seen it, I ask that you leave. This is the town. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. I kind of want to know what the Mockingbird stickers brought me, if they were required to trigger the true ending or not. I wonder about that. I don't know. File 23. This was the only thing I was kind of worried about. I thought I was maybe missing something to click on, because sometimes you have to click on things and they give you lore information or new files. And I thought, like, I'm doing this end now, but I'm missing something, and then I have to go back and cut it in again, but this would be so miserable. So, file 23, the last missing piece. Maybe this is what the Mockingbird stickers gave us, I don't know. Thank you for playing our game all the way to the very end. We look forward to the day we can present you with another Paranormasight. Sincerely yours, Nakagoshi. Yeah. So the director is also the chief inspector. It's fourth wall breaking again. Yeah. Another Paranormasight. Like the first one, the second Paranormasight, there exists a sequel to Paranormasight, and this was just randomly on the store page again, and I didn't hear any news about it at all. And this was the trigger why I wanted to play the first one again, because it's such a great game. And after being done with this wonderful game, I will begin to play the second one, which is completely blind to me. And I'm very, very excited to see where this is going. It doesn't need to be better than the first game, but if it's at least kind of as creative and intriguing as the first one, then I'm all there for it. This will be good. And maybe we will get even another Paranormasight, which I wouldn't be against it. Yeah. Let's save and wish the game goodbye. This was Paranormasight, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo. I hope you enjoyed the stay. It was a blast, it was a journey. I learned a lot of things. I think my voice got stronger by talking so much. Yeah. As the game said, treasure your life, go a little steps forward, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.